Terence Bud Crawford G-checks Keith Thurman for some comments he made. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Make sure you smash the like button. Also, subscribe to the channel. If you want to become part of the gang, notification gang, please hit the bell icon. I set up a Cash App. Make sure you guys, if you guys like to send donations, that is now a thing. Terence Bud Crawford. Don't know who he's going to fight next, but I came across this, really last night. But I'm just now getting around to making a video. I ain't seen nobody else make a video, so, leave it to your boy to be the first one to really kind of talk about these things and let them copy. Now, Keith Thurman and Manny Pacquiao just did a press tour, both in New York and LA. And I'm not sure exactly what was said about Terence Crawford, but whatever Keith Thurman said during this press conference, you could tell by his response that Keith Thurman obviously said something. And Crawford didn't like it, so he G-checks him. And this is what he put. He said, "Damn, Keith Thurman, if I haven't fought a true welterweight yet, then the fuck you didn't just come take my title." Ooh. Here, we'll get it right here. Boom. Let's start it again. Oh, this is the one about Canelo. Hold on 1 second. Clicked on the wrong one. Smash the like button. Here we are. He said, "Damn, Keith Thurman," and he tagged him. "If I haven't fought a true welterweight yet, then the fuck why you don't just come take my title? ? You was offered a fight with this little guy you not that impressed with, right? I'm not that impressed by you, so what's up?" Pretty self-explanatory. So I've interviewed Keith Thurman, at the Barclays and stuff. And he says Crawford, his accomplishments basically at 140, it's a new division at 47, and they can't be taken into consideration, those types of things. So I don't know what else he said, recently to trigger this, but, Terence Crawford, he's like, "Yo, what's good? I'm not impressed by you, so what's popping?" Now, I have multiple feelings about this. I really rate Terence Crawford, and I really like Terence Crawford. However, due to his allegiances and his loyalty, I feel like he's kind of in between a rock and a hard spot. You could say whatever you want, but the reality is he's aligned with the side that doesn't have any welterweights that are nearly as good as him to combat. The best names that he probably could have fought that were directly on the side of Top Rank, he already fought them. Jose Benavidez, Jeff Horn, who works with Top Rank and Duco events, and then recently Amir Khan, and he stopped them all. So to me, I know they might try to make a Jose Benavidez because it was a 12th round stoppage and a good buildup. They might try to do a rematch or something, but I'm not too interested in that. I thought Terence Crawford won fair and square. Thought he had been pulling away. It was fun. I went to that fight, covered that fight, but I just don't see the need to really run it back, especially with Jose Benavidez being stopped. Jose Benavidez is actually fighting Luis Collazo. A lot of people haven't really been talking about that, but that's a solid fight to get back, try to get a win in the win column. So, that's the only thing with Terence Crawford. I feel bad because he's such a talent and he's such a skillful fighter. And they said he was getting, a guarantee of $3 million per fight when he re-upped with Top Rank or something like that. I don't really so much care about his money, but his star power, I just don't see what they would like. How do you make Terence Crawford a pay-per-view star with the guys that Top Rank has? And then on top of that, the way Bob Arum has kind of approached Al Heyman, I don't really think that's the best possible way to get a fight across the line. Saying he's a scumbag and cancer and he's a ghost, he's not even a real human, and these types of things that they don't really they're not really conducive of working together and doing square business. Anybody with 2 brain cells would have to realize that it's probably not advantageous to talk shit about a person that you want to work with the very next week. and that's what he did after the Crawford Khan fiasco when Amir Khan quit. He blamed Al Heyman for holding up and stalling fights. So when Terence Crawford is getting at Keith Thurman, I like it. I like the energy. I've always liked Crawford's energy. I really feel he will himself, if it's up to him, he'll fight any of these guys. However, it's not really a likely thing because, one, Keith Thurman already has his own fight with Manny Pacquiao. I try to be as realistic as possible on my channel. Pacquiao versus Thurman is actually a thing. You dig? So despite this fun build up and, Twitter fingers and stuff, it simply can't happen next. And another question is when we see Pacquiao join with Al Heyman, and then now all of a sudden he's fighting Broner and Keith Thurman, guys we thought maybe he would never fight before his career was over. He's doing it at age 39, 40. That's pretty interesting, because I'm starting to wonder how come Pacquiao didn't get these same fights over the line when he was with Top Rank. See, everybody now is saying Top Rank Al Heyman needs to work with Top Rank to execute and get Errol Spence versus Crawford done. But my question is simple. Why didn't we get Pacquiao versus Terence Crawford? Because if Keith Thurman beats Pacquiao, then that's a huge cap in the hat for his career. And Crawford had the same opportunity. And at the time, he might have been at 140 coming up to 147. So that would have been marvelous to add, that notch under his belt. But the fight never came across the line. And I believe Bob Arum said he self-destructed that fight because he knew it would happen. But it's unfair to Terence Crawford, who never was given the opportunity against a name that would clearly do wonders for, his career. Fighting against Manny Pacquiao, you could honestly say that would have benefited Crawford immensely. So I don't really get that. I'm not sure who Crawford's fighting next. So I like him responding to Keith Thurman, but the likelihood of him fighting a PBC fighter when they're in essence doing a tournament, it just doesn't seem likely to me. If something changes, I'll give you guys an update, but they're talking about early fall, August, September, or not August, maybe September or a little bit later. Errol Spence, Sean Porter, Pacquiao versus Thurman are consolidating the WBA. So yes, Crawford is a respected champion, has a WBO belt, but I feel like they're going to make him wait and make Bob Arum wait. And truth be told, I don't think that if it were up to Bob Arum and he had as many people as Al Heyman has, I don't think he would do anything different. That's just the truth. I really don't think he would do anything different. He would keep all the in-house fights. And, I don't think he would be, if Errol Spence was the only guy on PBC side and Bob Arum had Danny Garcia, Sean Porter, Manny Pacquiao, Terence Crawford, and Keith Thurman, or all these other guys, Luis Cala, all these other people, Devin Alexander, Berto, Broner, I highly, highly doubt that Bob Arum would just say, no, this guy is really good over on PBC, this Errol Spence guy. So even though he's the sole guy that we want to fight over there, let's get rid of the option of all these fights that we have in-house to pursue, in pursuant to fight this one guy on the, rival network, rival promoters stable. It just, come on, man. It doesn't sound likely. So, I like the fact that Crawford always stands his ground, but I just feel bad because I really feel he's re-upped with Top Rank, and it's caused him to miss out on the parties, so to speak, or at least for right now. He can challenge for undisputed, but it's going to take for all these other guys in the process with PBC. They're going to be building up their star power. Danny Garcia might fight Mikey Garcia. You got Sean Porter, unification with Errol Spence. You got a consolidation, kind of a unification with Keith Thurman and Pacquiao. All these fights help those welterweights, etch their legacy. If Keith Thurman can beat Pacquiao, that's a huge statement for his career. That's a testament. What if he stops him or some shit, right? What if Pacquiao beats? I mean, that's legacy shit. If he beats a youthful guy like Keith Thurman. Meanwhile, again, who can Crawford fight? They're talking about Kell Brook, or, you know, are we going to get Amir Khan, Jose Benavidez part 2? I just don't see those fights being that big. You know, maybe Benavidez versus Collazo winner, something like that. But I just don't think that's going to be the biggest fight that show us what we don't already. We already know Crawford is a beast. You know what I'm saying? So I don't feel like fights like that really show us how great he will be. You know, even the Amir Khan fight, I didn't mind it stylistically because Khan's hard to box, but Danny Garcia knocked Amir Khan clean out, you know, and Danny Garcia's been acquitting himself pretty well. He looked good versus Granado stuff. I think a Danny Garcia Crawford fight would be big. So let's see what Top Rank can produce. That's Terence Crawford's response, but it obviously led to the other questions. So I like that he's responded to him, but you know, he's kind of, you know, he's out of the shuffle, if you will, in the grand scheme of things. But, you know, to Keith's point, like, he said he was talking about retiring if Pacquiao beats him. So I don't know. I don't know if Crawford would even get the chance to fight Keith Thurman, because he has to definitely get past Pacquiao. And me personally, I don't like some of the stuff that Keith Thurman was saying. Like, I don't know. People are wondering if he's like, if his heart's really in the sport like that to be a top level elite competitor, or is he kind of doing a money grab and, you know, if it don't work out, it don't work out type of thing. Because he was talking about becoming a commentator, you know, if he loses. I mean, he's also talking greasy to Pacquiao, but he said, I believe boxing is coming to a new era. Floyd Mayweather's gone, Pacquiao's here. Come July 20th, he will disappear. So he said some good stuff too, but he's also said some things that made me wonder, like, you know, and his last performance with Jose Cito. But, you know, everything's different. It's hard telling because everything's different when you're fighting Manny Pacquiao, because you know the legend of Pacquiao. So I think Keith Thurman is going to train in the right way for this fight. But a lot to talk about welterweight. Drop your thoughts in the comment section. If you're new, subscribe. Drop your thoughts in the comment section. Make sure you smash the like button. As always, hate, comment, and subscribe. Till next video, it's Ego. Sign up.
So if you enjoyed this video and want more content like this on the channel, you can show your appreciation by going to the PayPal donate button or the YouTube support button. And you can donate any amount that you feel is equivalent to the value of this video. Much more to come. Thank you guys for your support. Boxing Ego, the future of boxing.